So to safely lift a car, you normally would use trolley jacks and then support the car on axle stands like these. But the problem with most modern cars is that they have a limited number of points where you can safely put your trolley jack and your axle stand, at least in accordance with what the manufacturers recommend. So to solve that problem, what I found the best way of doing it is to use a QuickJack like these. So mine is a 5000 TL. These come with these rubber pads which sit in these frames here, and I've found that this particular unit, the 5000 TL, has got the right lifting capacity, so 2.2 tons, which is easy enough for my Porsche 981, and has the right length so that within the tolerances of what you can move around the pads in these spaces, you can conveniently get the pads in the right place, aligned with the jacking points under the car. However, of course, the first thing you need to do before any lifting is, of course, to make sure that you're covered for health and safety, and as part of that, you're wearing appropriate footwear. So we want to first slide these under the car so they're aligned with the jacking points, which on this car, I know from experience, is just a few inches inside the line of the body. So we want to get these pieces aligned with the jacking point, which you can see there. Same on all four corners. Okay, so next up we are connecting the QuickJack hoses, so removing their protection, giving them a quick clean, and then they snap together if you're lucky. Sometimes they're a bit stiff. There we go. And then rotate the collar away from the pin so they can't come undone. Now at the motor, same thing. These sometimes are stiff, sometimes they are fine, sometimes they are not. Okay, so what I do is lift it a little bit at a time and make sure that the pads are going onto the jacking points in the right way. There we go. That one's good. Okay, so once you're confident that the jacks, as they come up, are connecting the blocks in the right places under the car's jacking points, then you can lift it up. Making sure it's lifting evenly both sides, otherwise stop and let it down. Okay, so when you hear the jack here clicking over the rib, that's time to stop, and then we check that we've got the same the other side. Then we can let it down until it catches on those ribs, and then she's locked in place. Then you do your test to make sure, give her a wiggle and make sure it's locked, and then give the car a bit of a push just to make sure she's locked before venturing underneath. Then when it's time to let it down, the way you do that is you go up a bit to release the stress on those ribs, so you can lift these up, and you lift them up, get the silver cam to come round, and then down it goes, and that's the rib that we're talking about there that it locks on. So you do that both sides, and then when you release the pressure and come down, the cam will ride over the rib and down she'll come. So, in terms of tips, number one is when it comes up, it moves backwards. So make sure you've got plenty of space at the back to ensure that the back of the car doesn't hit anything when it comes up. And tip two is when you take the jack right down to remove it from underneath the car, keep your finger on the down button for, I would say, 10 or 15 seconds after it's dropped right to the floor, to make sure all the pressure's out the system. Otherwise, undoing those cams can be problematic in the hoses. But other than that, it works really well, the QuickJack system. There it is.